On behalf of Mexico City and throughout the Ministry of Environment, we warmly welcome you to the C40 Mayors Summit. We wish you a pleasant stay with us. For your safety, we kindly ask you to pay attention. In case of hotel evacuation, follow the instructions from your coordinators. Emergency exits are indicated in each door of the hotel ballrooms. In case of emergency, the hotel has communication with all areas. In case of seismic alarm, do not use elevators, do not run. Keep calm, and the coordinators will indicate the exit. In case of accident, there are medical services. Hotel staff and Mexico City Police are in charge of security. In case you notice anything strange, please report immediately. Mexico City government wishes you a pleasant stay.
As Vice Chair on the C40 Steering Committee, I really believe that cities have a vital role to play in finding solutions for our changing climate.
As a coastal city just barely above sea level, we're on the front lines of this global phenomenon. Bostonians are fighters, and they're the ones driving our city's climate action.
And as Mayor of London, I've set out bold and ambitious plans to make London a world leader in terms of tackling global warming.
1 year ago, the City of Boston was awarded the C40 Award for Community Engagement for our Greenovate Boston program. Greenovate Boston lays out simple steps all Bostonians can take to cut emissions. It helps people take climate action in their communities and helps the city understand what environmental challenges our diverse communities face.
My environmental objectives can be broken down into two key areas: creating a healthy, resilient and fairer London, and creating a London that is more resource efficient, low carbon and environmentally friendly. That's why in London, I'm implementing the ultra low emission zone a year earlier than planned and extending the area it covers.
So, what's my vision for Boston in 2020? I see a city that continues to engage even more of its residents in the fight against climate change. Because we can't do this unless we have all hands on deck.
The C40 is a truly amazing network, and I look forward to working closely with you in the months and years ahead.
Muy buenos días para todos, bienvenidos de regreso. Good morning everyone and welcome to the final day of C40 Mayors Summit in lovely Mexico City. It's an honor for me to be here with you again. What an inspiring message from two of C40 mayors that were unable to be here with us. Mayor Sadiq Khan of London and Mayor Marty Walsh for sharing their vision with us. And thank you to the Huffington Post for producing that video. I'm Vanessa Ock, your MC for today, and I would like to start this morning by congratulating the winners of the C40 City Awards, which highlight some of the most innovative, effective urban sustainability solutions in our planet. Congratulations to the 35 finalist city projects, and a special congratulations to the winners: Addis Ababa, Copenhagen, Curitiba, Calcutta, Sydney and Melbourne, Paris, Portland, Seoul, Shenzhen and Yokohama. So please give them a round of applause. We have a full agenda for today, which will address a wide range of issues, from collaborations between cities and national governments to securing financing for sustainability programs and engaging citizens in climate initiatives and much more. But first, we are delighted to introduce this morning's keynote speakers. Ms. Ségolène Royal is a prominent French politician who has occupied various leadership positions in the last 20 years. She has been a member of the French Parliament, president of the region Poitou-Charentes, and right now she is the French Minister of the Environment, Energy and Sea, in charge of international relations on climate, and the president of COP21. In this role, she was one of the architects of the Paris Agreement, delivering its ratification and early entry into force less than a year after its adoption, in a record-breaking diplomatic achievement. C40 is honored to welcome to the stage Madame Ségolène Royal. Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, buenos días a todos, excellencies, dear mayors of C40, how to build a coalition between nations, states, and cities. This is the point today. As president of COP21, delivering the ratification and the entry into force of the Paris Agreement, I am very happy to tell you that, as we speak today, 115 parties have ratified the Paris Agreement, representing almost 80% of greenhouse gas emissions. It was a tremendous and collective effort, and we worked hard for that. And I continue to fight to aggregate all the parties, 81 more. The ratification Tokyo Protocol took 7 years to enter into force. And the ratification by 150 parties is hugely important. It now acts as a shield against any impulse by any state to backtrack on its commitment. And your summit comes at a very timely moment, just back-to-back with the Marrakesh conference. Congratulations for Mexico for hosting it, this great setting. Congratulations to Mayor Anne Hidalgo for your new appointment as chair of this remarkable group of committed cities. And of course, congratulations to Michael Bloomberg, Special Envoy of Secretary General of United Nations, a pioneer. I would like to particularly highlight the Deadline 2020 report that has been presented yesterday. I know Mark Watts worked very hard on it, and it gives very ambitious goals for the cities. COP21 and COP22 has shown that the movement is now irreversible. But we shouldn't rest on our laurels. We have to deliver on our commitments and to accelerate on 4 levels. First, the implementation of the Paris Agreement itself. I will keep encouraging all countries that have not yet done so to ratify, because the agreement in Paris was universal. Implementation must be universal too. We have to make sure that we adopt all the decisions for implementation of the Paris Agreement by 2018, as promised at Marrakesh, 2 years before schedule. Second, we must drive the ambition for all countries upward. The ENDCs currently on the table are not sufficient to reach our goal to remain well below 2 degrees Celsius. And the facilitation dialogue set for 2018 will be a crucial test. The European Community has committed to lower its emissions by 40% by 2030 from 1990. And I am working with my European colleagues to make sure that this goal is fully met. Third, finance. Developed countries have committed to provide $100 billion a year by 2020 to developing countries for climate action. So far, the commitments are met and we are on track. But we have to remain very vigilant. First, we must think ahead, because it allows us to be more efficient in the short term. Countries and cities must present low-carbon development strategies for 2030 and 2050. We need a horizon to act now. It is not just the country that must think ahead, but of course you, the cities, have a crucial role to play. As your report that you have just published emphasizes, it is estimated that 1/3 of emissions depend on the action of the city's infrastructures, urbanism, and transport. And you have long understood, sometimes well before the national level, all the social, economic, and environmental opportunities that can arise as a result of sustainable urban development and intelligent forecasting of risk associated with climate change. In France, 2 years ago, I launched the Positive Energy Territories for Green Growth. Over 400 territories have been awarded the label and are receiving financial support because they have projects to reduce energy consumption, pollution, waste, for development of clean transport, renewable energy, biodiversity conservation, and environmental education, and low-carbon project. And your summit here is a high point in the implementation of the Paris Agreement. The 2016 C40 Cities Awards, once again, share highly replicable best practices across cities and bring to the attention of the world the solutions that transform a constraint into an opportunity. To end, I call for cities to join the coalitions built in COP21 and COP22, and I would like to mention the most important of them. The African Renewable Energy Initiatives. This initiative, launched by African heads of states at COP21, will increase Africa's renewable energy capacity by 10 gigawatts by 2020 and by 300 gigawatts by 2030. Second, the International Solar Alliance. It aims to develop the development of solar energy in developing countries with solar potential within the intertropical zone. This International Solar Alliance aims to support a massive deployment of affordable solar energy technology. The first 2 operational programs on affordable finance at scale and decentralized solar application in rural areas driven by India are underway. Third, mission innovation. It is the best example on how investment flows can be directed to foster the development of new low-carbon technology. Supported by 20 countries representing over 75% of global investment in energy research and development, the objective of this alliance is to double investments in research and development to $30 billion within 5 years, to accelerate public and private progress in the clean energy sectors. Some other initiatives are directly relating to the development of sustainable city. In the building sector, we have Building Alliance. In the transport sector, we have Mobilize Your City. In the finance sector, we have Cities Climate Finance Leadership Alliance. Is an alliance working to mobilize investment into low-carbon and climate-resilient infrastructures in cities and urban areas internationally. Its mission is to catalyze and accelerate additional capital flows to cities, maximize investment in climate-smart infrastructure. So there is much to be done. States and cities have many reasons to join forces, because together we can be much stronger and efficient in the fight against climate change. And here in Mexico, we shall tear down the walls of climate skepticism, the wall of inaction, the wall of indifference, and build the bridge of action, because you, the cities, are the heart of the solution. We have shown your will, your ability, and your results. Congratulations again for all your efforts. Thank you very much.